Can we just ask you?
Yes.
Okay, as one of the sponsors of the Harlem Week, what is the importance of having this event every year?
Here at Grant's Tomb? Or?
Here at Grant's Tomb.
Well, let's see. Ulysses S. Grant is called the savior of the Union. He was the head of all the Union armies, so he defeated the Confederacy and saved the Union. He was as popular as Abraham Lincoln. When he was elected president, he was a very strong president for civil rights. So he was a Reconstruction president.
That's right.
And he had a lot to do with trying to get the African Americans to have full civil liberty.
That's right.
As the North supported that for a while because there was a lot of good feeling for African Americans even in the North because about 200,000 African Americans served in the Union forces and were very brave, and Ulysses S. Grant believed they earned their full civil rights and no one should have to take it away from them. So he went from there. As president, the 14th Amendment, which pretty much protected the rights of all Americans, but especially the African Americans, and also the voting amendment, the 15th Amendment. He was responsible for getting that passed. Also passed the Civil Rights Bill in his second administration after 1874,
Hoorah.
when it was no longer popular. Also, equal accommodations in public facilities was also passed under him. Both were declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. After he left the presidency, the North got tired of Reconstruction. They basically said, leave the South alone and let the same people who were running things before run it again. And thus, those rights earned were pretty much taken away. By the 1890s, the Jim Crow laws were back in effect. Let's see, from about 200,000, 150,000 African Americans voting in elections in the South in 1890, by 1900, only 1,200 could vote. By poll taxes, by literacy tests that nobody could pass. It was totally up to the registrar of voters to decide whether you passed or not. So no matter how good or bad you were, it didn't matter. As long as you were black, you didn't get to vote. So all of those things came after him. He tried to prevent that from happening. If you want to pick a civil rights president between Abraham Lincoln and John Kennedy and Lyndon Johnson, it would be him.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So the significance of having it here is that he was a great admirer of the African American and even wrote in a letter and said he couldn't understand why people made such importance over the color of a person's skin.
Yes, he did. So thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
And U.S. Parks, we really appreciate you, okay, and the fine work that you guys always do and have always done in reference to us in being able to enjoy the parks, being able to enjoy great monuments such as this. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thanks for asking my